brings it to the corner. A.J. Green's three is pure.
How do you think the Bucks could look different under Griffin?
You know, I think the biggest issue for the Bucks last season was they weren't the same defensive team. Opportunities mean so much, it's oftentimes difficult. So getting those reps.
Nets trade for Blazers Damian Lillard in Blockbuster proposal. The Portland Trail Blazers are allegedly talking to a mystery Eastern Conference team about Damian Lillard. The whole NBA world is intrigued. Who could that mystery team possibly be? The Boston Celtics? That would make sense. How about the Toronto Raptors? That would be a bold decision, but we wouldn't rule it out. The New York Knicks? Who knows? It feels like the Knicks are always in the running when a star becomes available. How about the Brooklyn Nets? That would make sense as well. The Nets have an impressive collection of draft capital, but they don't have their own. The Houston Rockets control their draft through to 2027. With that in mind, the Nets have no incentive to tank. Trading for a superstar point guard could help this team take a major step forward. Here's a deal that has Lillard landing in Brooklyn. The trade proposal, by contrast, there's no mystery about where Lillard wants to land. He's focused on joining the Miami Heat. Other teams may be interested in him, but by all appearances, he's only got eyes for one team in the league. This is a problem. It's obviously a problem for the Blazers, but arguably, it's a problem for the NBA. Lillard is far from the first star to request a trade. That happens. However, it's hard to recall a star player with a list of one team he's willing to join. It could be a dangerous precedent. In insisting on joining the Heat, Lillard has squashed any market that could exist for his services. Think about it. Any team besides Miami acquiring Lillard is taking a risk. If he doesn't like the look of their roster, he could decline to report for training camp. Should the Nets take that risk? Why the Brooklyn Nets do the deal? Well, the Nets would want to do some homework. If Lillard can envision himself on their roster, they ought to be interested in him. Otherwise, they should pass. So, here's the question. Should Lillard be interested in joining the Nets? We don't see why not. Frankly, this Nets team ought to be more competitive than any Blazers team that Lillard has been a part of. The Nets are stacked with quality 3-and-D wings. They've got an elite defensive anchor in Nicholas Claxton. Meanwhile, they've got a ready-made second option in Mikal Bridges. This team would be dangerous. Especially considering that they're not losing much here, at least, in terms of win-now pieces. O'Neal is a solid rotation player, but with so many 3-and-D wings on this roster, he's expendable. Meanwhile, Simmons wasn't guaranteed a spot in this team's rotation next year anyway. Should the Blazers take him on?
You can't shoot the basketball. It's going to be tough for you to be on the court playing alongside the best player in the NBA.
David Duke Jr. through contact.
The Liberty, and they're playing in the Aces' hometown.